Greetings children, welcome to the online classes. This is Aishwarya. The following video is for Class 1, Subject General Science, Chapter 3, Water, Sources of Water, Need and Property. In the previous video you learned about the different sources of water and why do we need water. We need water, plants require water, animals require water. We saw the different sources of water also. That is, we get water from rain. Then water is stored in ponds and lakes. We saw the river and the groundwater. Now, here in this video, you're going to learn about water cycle. How does the rain form? The main concept of water cycle is how the rain is formed. The picture that you can see on your screen is the water cycle. The terms here are big, so don't worry about them. Try to practice, but don't break your head for that. But try to learn, try to understand. First thing, water from this ocean or rivers or the water bodies starts evaporation, the process of water changing to water vapor due to the presence of sunrise is called evaporation. The water rises up. It becomes small and it rises up because of the presence of sunlight. Then what happens? It becomes clouds. When this evaporated water vapor becomes cloud, it is called condensation. condensation. It becomes clouds. Now this clouds, when it becomes very heavy, it starts falling down as rain. That is precipitation. Precipitation. Now once it falls down as rain, it gets collected as rivers and come down and gets collected in the ocean or the sea, back to the ocean or sea. This process is called water cycle. The words that you need to remember are evaporation, condensation and precipitation. It is easy concept. The water from the ocean or the seas goes up, becomes clouds, and after becoming the cloud, it comes back. It condenses and it precipitates as rain, and it comes back to the ocean or the sea. This is called the water cycle. Now you're going to learn about the important words were water cycle, evaporation, precipitation, and groundwater. Groundwater means when it comes back to the ocean or the sea, it also goes under the ground. Next, you are going to see properties of water. This is very important. Now, properties of water are: water is colorless. Water does not have any color. Water does not have any shape. Water exists in three forms, and water dissolves a number of substances. These are the main four properties of water which you are going to learn in the further slides. First property is water is colorless. Pour water into a glass. You can see through it. If you are using a glassware, you can see through it. This shows water is colorless. It takes the color of the substance dissolved in it or that of its surroundings. Now, why the water it looks a blue color in the oceans or in the seas? The water looks blue color. That is because the sky is having blue color. So the water in the ocean or the sea looks blue color. Otherwise, water is colorless. It is colorless. Actually, it is tasteless also. The water does not have any taste. So, the next property is water does not have any shape. Now, here are the three images of the water in a water bottle, water in a glass, water in a jug. Now, all these three has water in it, but is the shape of the water same? No. The shape of the water is as same as the container. If you pour water into a small vessel, it takes the shape of the small vessel. If you pour water in a big vessel, it will take the shape of the big vessel. That is the speciality, that is the property of the water. Water does not have any shape and it takes the shape of the vessel it is in, it is in, it is poured in. Okay, if you pour water from the bottle to the glass, again the water from the water bottle will take the shape of the glass. That is one of the properties of water. Next is water exists in three forms. Water exists in three forms. First is solid, liquid, gas. Solid is SOLID, solid. LIQUID, liquid. GAS, gas. Now examples for solid is ice, hail and snow. All these three are the examples of solid water. Now if you take when you have to make ice cubes in your house, what do? You take the ice tray, pour the water in it and keep it in the refrigerator for freezing. When you freeze the water, it becomes solid. Now this solid frozen ice cubes, if you take it, put it in a vessel and start heating it, it will become water again. When it becomes water, it is in the liquid state. Or rain in lakes and rivers, all these rain, lakes and rivers, the water that you use are all in liquid state. It is not in solid or in gas state, it is in the liquid state. The third state is the gas state. Gas state is nothing but steam or water vapor. For example, if you have pressure cooker at home, when you're cooking rice, because of the pressure of the steam itself, the whistle will run and you can hear the sound. That is the example for steam, that is water in the gas state. And even water vapor. Now when I was telling about water cycle, the water from the water bodies becomes water vapor in the presence of sunlight. That water vapor is the gaseous or the gas state of water. So these three are the three important forms of water, that is solid, liquid and gas. The last properties is water dissolves in number of substances. Water can dissolve many number of substances. If you take a glass of water and put a little salt and stir it well, you cannot see the salt anymore. You cannot see the salt anymore. That is because salt is dissolved in the water. Salt mixes with the water itself. You cannot separate the salt in the water. Now there are some certain substances like mud or your talcum powder. These they don't get mixed with they don't dissolve in the water. You can easily separate them. When you put mud in the water and mix it, the color of the water will change and the mud will be present in the water. You can see that it will not be dissolved as shown in the picture in your screen. So that shows that the water can dissolve many number of substances, and some certain substances like mud or sand cannot dissolve in water. So these are the different properties of water. That is, water is colorless. Then water can take any shape. It does not have any particular shape. Then water exists in three forms, that is solid, liquid and gas, and water dissolves in number of substances. Thank you children. Stay home, stay safe and take care of yourself and keep learning.